I think we need a Terran player. I think we need a Terran player in the semis or the finals one of these weeks, and then I'm sure Darking will come out of the woodwork. I haven't casted with Darking in a long time. I think the last time I casted with Darking was maybe last year in the DreamHack qualifiers, maybe. As we are getting into our lower bracket finals, and spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Neo Humanity, we have the Brazilian Zerg player representing the Cranky Ducklings. It is Erik. And spawning in the top left hand corner, going for a 12 pool, because of course he is. We have the American Zerg player representing Team Gosu. It is Kazmir. Here we go. And we've seen a lot of cheese and a lot of aggression out of Kazmir over the course of today's tournament against Terran and Protoss alike, but we haven't seen Kazmir in a ZvZ. We haven't seen him in a ZV Erik. And Erik is even going for a 15 hatch opener here. Wild. Okay, so 15 hatch, 15 pool. I do like this from Erik. We saw this a couple of weeks ago with Erik versus Eggs, where even though we have an aggressive opener, because of the 15 pool timing, this is going to give Erik access to Lings pretty early on. As it is a hatch pool, but an earlier pool than a regular hatch pool opener. So here we go. Lings are flooding across the map as we speak. For those that don't know, this is a 12 pool from Kazmir. With this, there's no gas, there's no link speed, there's no baleen nest. We do have a hatchery behind this. This is a quote-unquote macro opener, but these Lings need to do damage because Kazmir is putting themselves behind economically. We can see Kazmir is behind 5 or now 4 drones compared to Erik. Lings are spotted by the overlords, so Erik is fully aware of what's going on. He should be just making sure he mainides his drones into his own main base. Lings do dive on in, but the boys are being pulled. Up. Ooh. So far, so good here, Erik. He doesn't lose any drones yet. The Lings are now arriving, and we do see Kazmir being baited into the mineral line. Lings do go down. Ooh. Not the best trades here from Kazmir. And really impressive control from Erik. He hasn't lost anything. Oh my god. The only minerals lost here was because of the cancel on the gas geyser. So Erik just completely shuts this down, is now ahead as the worker counts are evening up, but Erik has gas mining. Erik is going to have a faster link speed. Erik is going to have a faster roach warren as well, depending on what kind of tech Erik wants to go for. He's in a great position, and now he's looking to counterattack with his Lings. We are still holding on to all of this gas, and I'm curious as to what the gas will be used for, but there we go. There's that roach warren. I think this is really smart. So Erik's going to be transitioning into 2-base roach. Lings get across the map. Erik is going to be able to take a better fight as well. The Lings are getting reset. And Erik is forced back. Wasn't able to do too much more damage, but he does force a reaction out of Kazmir. Kazmir just made a wave of Lings. And these Lings can't do much across the map. They're slow Lings. So it's kind of a waste. But Kazmir is actually going for link speed. Oh my god, he is actually pulling out of gas as well. So this is really peculiar. Typically, off of a 12 pool, we do what Erik is doing. Typically, off of a 12 pool, we delay link speed, or we skip link speed, we skip the baleen nest, and we go into a 2-base roach all in. But no, Kazmir is going into a 2-base link flood. Third base is being thrown down, sure. That is spotted by Erik, but Erik is going to be in a little bit of danger. We are banking Lings in the main base. The reason why I say Erik is in danger is because he skipped his baleen nest. Because I think he had just assumed that we'd be getting into roach wars. Because he's up against mass Lings, he's going to be that much more in trouble. But here we go. The roaches are already moving out across the map. God, but we have so many Lings back at home for Kazmir. 34 Lings. That's a lot of Lings. Oh boy, here we go. Kazmir just getting ready for a surround, just waiting for Link speed to finish up. And here we go. He's coming in from behind. The roach is immediately running for... Oh, he's running for the mineral line. He's trying to reduce the surface area using the terrain. But the Lings of Kazmir will clean everything up. At the same time, Erik, he ignores them. He ignores the Lings. He goes straight into the main base. He's going to be able to take a bit of a better fight. But will be cleaned up. Back at home, Erik goes for a full wall off. I mean, he has to. He has to. What are you going to do? Yo, even have the Ravager wall as well. Oh, it does go down in the end. But what matters here is the fact that Erik, he's got some roaches behind the wall. Double Evo chamber, double upgrades. Eventually, Erik will have to kill one of these Evo chambers, but it'll be after the upgrades finish. And Erik is content to drone up and saturate his 2 bases. And Kazmir is pretty far behind as a result. All these Lings could have been drones, and because they aren't, we can see he is far behind economically. He hasn't saturated his natural, hasn't saturated his third. He's only working off of 1 gas, no Roach Warren, no Lair. Kazmir was very committed, and we can see that he's just, yeah, gonna be forced to attack or forced to do something else. He does confirm all the upgrades, the 1-1 and the Roach Speed. And Kazmir has to make a choice. Do we go for mutas? It's too late. It's so far away, papi. Oh, God. And there we go. He's forced to throw in a Roach Warren. No mutas available. Just has to go into Roach v Roach from behind. As Erik, this is the power of neo-humanity. You can fully wall off. I was talking about killing the Roach Warren. You don't even have to kill the Roach Warren. You just mine these minerals. That's it. Oh, sorry, kill the Evo chamber is what I was meant to say. But you didn't even have to kill the Evo chamber. Just mine these minerals. Open up the third. It's crazy. And yeah, we'll see if Kazmir can find any more damage from here. He's going to be chipping away at the natural base. Evo chambers are quite under threat, but 1-1 finishes up just in time. Erik doesn't have to hold on to them if he doesn't want to. He's committing to his counterattack. And what is there at home to defend? We got a couple of queens. We got some drones. We got Lings rushing back home, but but GG does get called, and Erik will take game number 1. GG off of a phenomenal 12 pool defense. If you remember, the initial 12 pool did 0 damage. Didn't get any drones. Didn't even get any Lings either. Very impressive unit control from Erik to be able to defend, to be able to micro against Kazmir, and yeah, to be able to take game 1. Really impressive stuff. I was a little bit concerned. When I did see that Erik was rushing across the map and he's going to be running into a mass amount of Lings, but there was no plus on melee, for example, and the surround from Kazmir was lacking a little bit. He wasn't able to catch all those roaches and stop them from getting behind the mineral line. So, yeah, unfortunate situation there for Kazmir, especially after a 12 pool. Like, it is difficult to recover. It is difficult, but we're now going to be getting into game number 2. And game 2 is going to be taking place on Dragon Scales, another one of these smaller maps. Not as small as Neo-Humanity, of course, but can lead to a lot of aggression as well, which is why I shouldn't be surprised that Dragon Scales is going to be map 2, as we are going to be loading on in. And spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Dragon Scales, we have the Brazilian Zerg player. What does he stand for? He stands for endurance, for righteousness, for intellect, and for kangaroo. It is Erik. For the Cranky Ducklings. And spawning in the top left hand corner of Dragon Scales, we have as opponent, we have the American Zerg player representing Team Gosu. It is Kazmir. We go. Kazmir already having a pretty deep run in this tournament, making it to the lower bracket finals. This time going for a hatch first is actually I don't think there was an extractor trick. We are canceling that drone instead, but I believe that was a 14 hatch. 14 hatch into a 14 gas geyser to a 13 pool. Interesting. Okay. So this is a deceivingly early hatchery here from Kazmir, which I believe is designed to look like a hatch first, when really we're going to be a lot more aggressive instead. We can already see a lot of gases being taken. It was a hatch gas pool opener as a result, and Kazmir is looking to be very aggressive behind this. I wouldn't be surprised if this time it is going to be a Ling Bane bust or a Ling Bane all in. Boy. Meanwhile, Erik across the map did go for a 15 hatch and a 15 pool. Because it was a hatch pool opener, he's going to have Lings to defend back at home. There is that Ling speed that we were talking about, and we are not going for Banelings. We do not stay in gas. Ling speed is all we have. We are going to be transferring some workers over, and again, this is designed to make it look like it's a hatch first, and designed to make it look like Kazmir is droning. I wonder if Erik realizes that this is wrong, that something is wrong here, that again, that the creep is spread a little bit too quickly, that these drones are a little bit too sus as well. Yeah, there we go. Erik, he knows. He recognizes that this is a facade, that this is fake, and that Kazmir is going to be banking up Lings back at home and looking to flood across the map. I think revealing the Lings early on as well was a mistake, just because that does reveal that it was an earlier pool timing as well. So Kazmir was unable to hide this. Erik just confirming, setting a drone into the main, and sees all of the Lings as well as the lack of drones in the main base. So we have one spine crawler, second spine crawler, Evo chamber, roaches, queens getting in position as well. The defensive setup here from Erik is beautiful. And best of luck to Kazmir as he's going to be going for the Ling flood. Oh, the queen! The queen is out of position, but there we go. He is making its way back towards the natural base. Drones continuing to mine here. No fear from Erik. Does cancel even the Evo chamber. Oh, is that something he's going to be regretting, though, as the second spine is about to finish up? Lings are flooding on in as well. Erik makes room for the Lings by pulling back, and he doesn't even need the second spine. He even goes for the cancel. That's how confident Erik is right now. Oh my god. It's crazy. I mean, he's confident for a reason. Like, he's holding quite well, to be honest, as he's gonna be able to take this fight and counterattack. But yeah, the decisiveness of Erik was insane. GG gets called, and Erik will take game number 2 and the series. GG. Oh my god, that was insane. The ZvZ master himself. There's a reason why Erik was able to take down Dark multiple times in ESL Americas, and that's just because he's built a little bit different. There you go. GG, well played. Erik moves on to the grand final. Shout out to Kazmir, though, as he was able to show us a wide array of different aggressive builds, openers, and cheeses over the course of today's tournament. Much appreciated. Best of luck to Kazmir in their road to improvement, and yeah, thank you so much for taking part in this tournament. Meanwhile, Erik was the favorite going into it, and Erik is going to be looking to move on to the grand finals to have a rematch with Trigger. Oh boy.